What's up, Alphas? It's your boy, Alphas. I made looking cute, looking clean, looking sexy. Talking about Bel-Air Season 2, Episode 3, Compromised. As we saw in this episode, a lot of compromise. Of course, I'm joined here with the one, the only, Just Trust Me, a.k.a. Monray. How you doing today, Monray?
What's up? It's your boy Monray Hudson, aka JTM. Just trust me. That's the word of the day. That's the theme of this episode. Just trust me. Even though the episode's called Compromise, don't worry about all that. Just trust me, and it'll all be okay. That's what everybody's theme is. Just trust me.
You know that was actually gonna be my title of this podcast, but I want to see if this style work. Cause I used to do this style and I got more views. I'm like, am I gonna just put the title in like what's the show called and then recap and break down to see if that worked? Like this is the Bel-Air Season 2, Episode 3, Compromise Recap Breakdown, keep it 99 reviews and see if that worked better. I'm just trying to figure out the algorithms, people. But
How you can do the experiment?
Yeah, so Just Trust Me would have been my title, which is interesting. I had it written down right here. And I want to ask y'all something before we get into the show. Did y'all see that Easter egg? The thumbnail cheats. Shay had Joe looking surprised that it had the picture when he was looking at the last championship of Bel-Air. It had the picture of when Will Smith hit the game-winning shot to win the title.
Oh,
And
wow.
I'm like, that is a nice Easter egg. Because you remember he was looking at the trophy? He was looking at the trophy and the thing. He looked down, and it was Will Smith hitting that game-winning shot with the number 14 on. And I'm like, that's a nice Easter egg. If you would have blunked, you would have missed it. That was a nice Easter egg for the episode, man. I was like, it had like I forgot it was another reference, and I didn't write it down, but it was like during the basketball thing that he said that actually Will said to his rival. So I'm like, okay, they putting little Easter eggs in here. You gotta catch them. So that's one Easter egg that I saw that was amazing. It had actual Will Smith hitting the game winner picture when the last time they won the Bel-Air title, and I'm like, y'all slick with that because if you wasn't paying attention, you would have sure missed it.
I did not pay attention to that at all. I don't know how y'all be catching these Easter eggs, bro. Cause I don't be looking for them. I just be looking at the episode. I just be looking at the episode. I'm like, bro, whatever.
I'm such a fresh prince that anything that looked like something from old, I just noticed. Like, oh, I remember that.
I don't be caught none of that. I'm just here for this episode. Whatever happens, happens.
Monte, what's your first point of the episode? What's the first thing you noticed? You got any points? So you just want to talk? I got a few points.
I'll give you a few points. Ain't no big thing. My first point is, I'm sorry, Ivy is fine. Well, Ivy is beautiful, bro. I don't know what I say. That woman is beautiful, boy. Golly, looking like a little mermaid. Please save me. That's all I got. Save me. Like, she is beautiful. She is beautiful. Now, besides that, that's just something I had to throw in there. I'll bounce that to an actual first point. Is that this comeuppance, or I ain't gonna say comeuppance, this humbling that Hillary finna get, boy, that mug finna be legendary.
Oh, she being nasty now.
I can't wait.
She the bad one now, Monte. I'm like, that's do your friend like that. I know she ain't knowing you because she been, but
I can't wait for this humbling, bro. This humbling finna be so cruel. It better be weird thing. I hope it is. When I say humbling, for anybody that's wondering, like Hillary has been on like this high horse ever since she got bought out this contract. Really, she's been on this high horse the entire season, for all the way through last season. She's been on this high horse. It wasn't really that bad, like the first half of original season 1. It wasn't really that bad, it went from like her parents, trying to get her to, not just be in the house. She's like, okay, let me finesse my way into this influencer house so I can still do what I want. Then it's like, okay, let me finesse my way into, trying to get these views. And then like, let me finesse my way out this contract. Then let me finesse my way into being a boss. And it's like, she been finessing and just trying to slide through without really taking a lot of responsibility that her parents been trying to give it to her. And like the growing, she ain't really taking on that. She's like, I'm just gonna like schmooze on through and use this person and use what I can use, and not really taking the weight of the decisions on her. Like none of that. She ain't really faced the flack for most of any of her decisions that she done did over the course of the entire show. Whether it's the naughty chef bit she did, whether it was the influencer house penalty, for the contract breaking, none of that. She ain't really faced the flack of none of the decisions that she done slid through and made. But Ivy is is starting to get sick of her. Like this your friend, but Ivy's starting to get sick of her because Ivy's really looking like you don't understand the dynamic that we got. We are not
And I'm
partners.
being nice to you, but it's about not just.
She's like, we are. I'm waving at humbling. We are not partners, baby girl. I bought you. I bought you. I bought that house. I'm the owner. I'm the boss. I run this.
And I'm
You
nice to you to make you a boss, a manager of what I
and I
own.
let you manage the house how
Yeah,
you please for the most part under my jurisdiction because Ivy's rarely even there. So she
yeah.
literally just bought off and she this is niceness. And she's just like, you trying to get a little bit big in your britches, and she finna have to get humble. And when she get humble, because not only that, she not already smoothed over Jazz a little bit too. Like you ain't really know, she ain't want Jazz. But then when Ivy move in, oh now you want Jazz.
Shout out to
Jazz
Jazz for
call her
calling
out
out.
on it. And then Jazz call her out on it. I can't show you on Instagram because I gotta let my followers think they can still have it. So let me get out of that and go from there to let's just why I got 111 hours. What the world? I don't know what that is. But so we go from there to now, let me just introduce you to my parents. And then it's like, okay, maybe that'll keep you at bay. I still ain't gonna give you what you wanted. And it's just like, this humbling, I'm really because it's gonna have to be Ivy now. It ain't gonna be, it can't be Jay. Gonna have to humble her. And I don't know if Ivy gonna humble her by just telling her like it is or by firing her. I don't know which one coming, but this humbling is gonna be epic. I need to see it. So my first point is Ivy is beautiful, and that humbling that Hillary got coming, boy, that mug's finna be ugly. Woo!
Yo, she told us like, why do I have to fire people? Like, cause you the person I hired. You are literally got a house for free. didn't pay a word on it. I'm putting you in charge of it. I'm not. I paid for it. You are the manager. Managers fire people unless it's to fire you. You're the only person I'll fire. I don't know. And then she went behind her back. She know Ivy is trying to at least make her money back off the house. So she trying to make what's it called? Ivy too light. Ivy, what's it called?
Yeah,
H2
she
Ivy.
trying to use
H2
that
Ivy.
to market her drink and try to
Yeah.
grow. Boy, when Ivy find out that you done signed this competition, ooh,
And then she
this
tried to
humbling.
play her. She's like, oh, that company way bigger than yours. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, listen,
Like,
what kind of friend are you? Like at first I'm like, oh, Ivy might be the bad friend. And Hillary just talking wild. Like, hey, I paid for this
you
house so
up here
you
thinking
can do
about
what you
yourself,
want.
like, baby girl, I'm bigger than you. Like, if I remember when the series started, everything you had like a little measly, a few 100,000 followers, or something like that. Baby girl got 10 million, and that's
And
just on followers. We see past that. Ivy got clout and status from some other means. It ain't just 10 million followers. She got clout and other means. She doing like photo sets, all this kind of stuff. Like, she recording videos with her, so she got some kind of status and wealth. And Hillary is acting like
she
we
bought
on
the
the
house.
same page. Like, but we not on the same level. But what are you doing? You trying to act like we partners, like we on the same level. We not on the same level. Like, oh, this humbling.
I,
It's humbling, bro. Oh, this humbling.
and the thing was when you thought it was gonna be Ivy gonna be the bad person, but then you realize that Ivy just being a good friend, the fact that she not even telling her that listen, I paid for this house. You put nothing on. You did absolutely nothing. It was your idea. And I'm trying to make money back that I spent. So I'm trying to use this house to do H2 Ivy and promote it. And
This
you not
humbling.
and now you're trying to get a bigger brand. The only reason they want to do it is because I'm associated with the house. Like if I was left, they were like, no, we wouldn't really do the deal. Can you get Ivy to do it? Because she has a bigger brand. And I'm like,
Like, you really think we on the same level, baby girl?
and she brought up the lawyer, which made me think it might be fire. She's like, my lawyer said I can't do it. I'm like, oh, if we got lawyers in it, it might
My
not be.
lawyer said it's not a good idea for me to promote the competition, which is a very good point because Ivy's trying to promote her own drink. And she like, baby girl, this is an international thing. It's like, baby girl, you finna get into some international trouble. Because you finna get ready to try to sign a deal that Ivy is not a part of. Boy, that's why I said, like, I don't know if it's
They
gonna be Ivy gonna tell her like it is, or Ivy just gonna fire her. I
I
don't
thought it was
know
gonna
which
be you tell how it is until this episode. I'm not gonna lie. I don't because I'm like you doing. I don't know if you can sign her off on something like this without her consent.
I don't know which one it's gonna be, but this humbling, I'm telling you. This humbling is going to be amazing.
Then Uncle
And when
Phil got
it
to come in.
happens, I will be right here cheering my baby on. I love Heidi. That woman is
Yeah.
beautiful. But I'm just saying, off out of cruise. That woman beautiful, but just well, it's gonna be epic. That's my first point. Well, that humbling coming, bro. We only episode 3. I understand. We got 7 more to go. But this humbling, bro.
I'm really happy this show back. This show's amazing. This one of the few amazing shows I love to watch.
You go
Uh,
ahead.
selling. My first point is selling out for approval or a woman. Carlton was in a bad place in this episode, and I want to bring this up. Uncle Phil on purpose told Will, "Hey, your cousin got anxiety and he's weaning off medicine. I need you to look out for him, even if it's the slightest thing." And Will like, "Okay, bet," and completely ignored it. Let me put you in the more pressure situations I can put you in, where you either fighting for a Founders Day thing that you wanted your whole life, or you want to be the hero for black people. And I'm like, that's not a good place for people with anxiety, Monday. Monterey, that is not a place you want to be for people with anxiety. I don't think you ever want to be in that place. So basically, for y'all that don't know, he was like this woman, I call her the sellout lady, who's trying to get a job because that's what she do. So she was trying to get a job. So she hits him up and be like, "Hey, listen, I don't know if this is a good idea." And he was like, "I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to trick me because you're trying to go get this job because it's going to be open. And I know you already signed up." She's like, you want to know something I know? You get this Founders Day scholarship and you can go to Harvard or whatever school you want. Don't you want to go there?" And then he's like, "Oh, so you and your cousin, you need to make the right decision." So now he got pressure from that. All of a sudden, he see a girl, Yaz, who you really rocking with, and they did their speech. They got their speech off, and it almost went down, but Hillary came in and run it. Hillary the villain in this arc. Yo, Yaz, by the way, Yaz is a beautiful girl too. Shout out to the beautiful women in this show. Dark skin, like the whole like diatribe of beautiful black women in this show is amazing. Um, so now he feeling her. Now why I said selling out for approval or for women. He really
Do
vibing
what you
with her.
gotta do.
And then not only is that pressure, he seeing a little sis who's so passionate about this, about getting misused back. Who, by the way, we found out broke a lot of rules, and it was I think they were saying it's been a long time she been doing this, and we've been telling her to stop for a long time, which kind of makes it a little harder. As Uncle Phil and Bill said, it makes it a lot harder. But she wants to get her teacher back and wants to be like the rebel she read in books. So now he promised her, I'm gonna put the sign right in front of your classroom door. And then then he gets into the office with the principal and the sellout lady. And I don't even remember her name. She sellout lady. I promise I just write sellout lady. I don't even care. It don't matter. And then he makes a compromise. And he's like, "Yes, I found a way. I did it." And then Yas like, "This a trick. You gonna do a speech." I'm like, "Oh my god, he doing a speech." After he promised all these people in the Falcon that he wouldn't do nothing. And then they got outside and he had to make a decision. And I found out Monte, he made neither because he had an anxiety attack out of this world. He started feeling pressure. He even said it, "I'm letting everyone down." And he said, I mean everyone. From the faculty who wanted me to be the Founders Day to all the people I have made friends with, the black people, I'm letting them down. I can't do it. He started panicking. And Will said, "I got you." And Will runs to the top of the building at the episode end. All black teachers matter. And Ashley is excited to see it. And he's raising his fist. And Carlton gives him that look. Like, did he just take my spot on something I was supposed to do? But it's gonna be a miscommunication on this, by the way. I feel like Will, like, I'm gonna help you, Carlton. I'm gonna do what you're supposed to do because remember, it's a callback to when he did that for Lisa in that speech. So I'm thinking Will, like, "Oh, you have an anxiety attack. I'm gonna take up for you. I got you, cuz you ain't gotta do it. I know you have an anxiety attack. I got you." And I feel like Carlton gonna be like, "Oh, you taking the spotlight." And I feel like this miscommunication might cause a little something.
Definitely. I can definitely the look on his face. You are. That's why I say this is the beginning of some seeds. They sowed this seed immediately for them to start beefing again. You gotta realize them two was the kings of Bel-Air. Like they were the dynamic duo and everything. This is gonna cause a wedge for miscommunication. Because on one hand, you can't really blame Will because Will has been, if you just look back on the last episode, Will has been the driving force behind the entire walkout,
Yes.
all that kind of stuff,
West Philly.
along with Carlton, bringing up the idea. Will has been pushing this thing for the longest, giving him flashbacks to, West Philly feel and everything. He's been pushing for this, pushing for the entire walkout and everything to show the force and everything. He's been pushing for this. So on one hand, you can't really blame Will because it's like in that instance, what did you expect? Like, what could you possibly expect Will to do? Like, if you're Carlton, it's like, okay, I see you struggling with it. I see you can't do the speech. I can't do the speech. I'm not gonna do that. But what I can do is let our moment not get wasted and do what we said we was gonna do or something along them lines. So
The sign to Ashley.
I can do the sign to Ashley, and that's we can
Yeah.
do something. And Carlton is gonna look at it more like you took my moment, and it's like, well, you wasn't gonna do the moment anyway. You were having an anxiety attack. Why would I try to force you to do something when we can't? You can't do that. So this is all we could do when they was finna shut it down. Like this is literally all. This was all I could do. Like it's either we just go along with what they said and just shut it on down and Shada was gonna be upset at you anyway for losing the moment and not doing the speech or nothing, or we could have did this part and something got done. So it's just like Will was in a lose-lose situation because like, well, either way, she gonna be pissed off at you, but at least in this way, we got something done.
But
And
I can understand Carlton feeling like
oh yeah,
every time I have a moment, I can't do it, and you are there to step up from Lisa, who I wanted at the time, and I'm like, I can't give the speech, even though this time I asked you, well, you can do it for me, but every big moment it seemed like you are there to get it.
I get
And
it.
it might not even be that I'm mad at you.
It's just like
I'm gonna take it out on you. I feel like Carter's gonna take it out, and that's how I think it's gonna get rectified too. I'm taking it out on you that I can't do these things, and I think at the end he can rectify it. It's actually a great story of somebody because people do project like I can't do what you do, and I kind of get mad at you because every time I have the time to do it, you are there to do it, and I'm like that's actually a good story because friends actually do that.
I said Carlton gonna get another. He gonna be my guy for character development of the year again. I said it. I said it at first. I said he gonna be another person for character development of the year. Doggone it, they telling the story again. That's one. Let's go to the next point. Since we brought up Will, and that is Will, my boy, is trying to have his cake and eat it too. And now my boy looking with that same look that Hillary gave when Jazz and Ivy was getting close. My boy was looking hecka salty on that other side, talking to Ty. He's like, yeah, he's oh yeah, your boy Mark. I think it's Mark. Your boy Mark always be shooting this shot at Lisa every
No,
time.
it's Drew, ain't it? It's Drew, ain't it?
Yeah, your boy Drew. He be shooting this shot at Lisa every year. First time was Carlton, last time was you. This mine, that shot might go in, man. He's like, yeah, that shot. What y'all still like her or something? They're like, oh man, That's hey yo, what's your name? Mark? What up, Drew? Yeah, Drew. What's up? Hey yo, listen, y'all finished that thing. I said, oh, okay. No, you decided to take a break. You was like, y'all cool. Lisa been right there waiting for you to shoot the shot in the basket and everything, but you called the break. Now you see somebody else moving in. Now all of a sudden, you want to try to claim your territory back. So now you trying to have your cake and eat it too. You got Jackie, with the whole Uncle and Doc situation back here, but now you want your cake and eat it too. Now you trying to get everything all at once, and we all know when you try to get everything, you end up with nothing most of the time. So this would be my second prediction, and I'm gonna see if I'm right again. Because my first prediction, Carlton, and this I already see I'm gonna be right on this. Carlton getting that nomination again for best character development of the year. And my second one is that by the end of this, Will and Lisa ain't gonna be together by the end of this season. That's gonna be my second prediction. They not gonna be together still. They're gonna be just like last season, possibly. They not gonna be together. My prediction, they not gonna be together.
Oh, she walk off with Drew on the last episode. Gonna be.
I don't even know. I really don't even think it's gonna be like walk off with Drew necessarily. I just think some coming up, and it's just they're gonna have to break it up. They're gonna have to break it off. I don't know what it's still gonna be broken. That's my best way to say it. It's still gonna be broken. Right now, it's broken because of the miscommunication and the situations happening in Will's life to where he's like, I can't do this right now. And I need to find myself, which is why the whole West Philly thing. So he's trying to find himself. Cool. And by the end of this season, whether he done found himself or not, I think he might roll up and Lisa might just be like, now I'm broken. I don't know. And we got to stay separate. So now I'm saying by the end of this season, they still ain't going to be together. That's my second thing. And now we're trying to get everything. We try to get everything, you end up with nothing. So now you're trying to get Jackie and keep Lisa on the hot foot. We already know Jackie the ops. So,
That's a demon. That's a demon.
This man here.
That's a demon. I'm telling you, I want y'all about them demons. We didn't even see that. We didn't see Jazz either in this episode. That was interesting. He wasn't mentioned.
We didn't see Jazz.
Ty was Hillary's last boyfriend, right?
No, Ty is his Will's best basketball friend.
Oh yeah. What was that dude?
I forgot her ex boyfriend. I'm pretty sure we'll meet him soon. I was just waiting on that come up. I ain't even worried about Hillary until I see they come up as bro. That humbling boy, cool boy. That's all I care about, just that humbling.
Shout out to Yasmin. She got that demon look too.
I mean, and as far as Yasmin go, look, I understand she gonna be upset. That's what's gonna hurt Carlton the most. The fact that I had it, bro. If Hillary hadn't stopped me, I had it right there, and now it looked like everything that I worked for. Because, well, that'll be my third point. But go ahead.
My second point would be this doesn't feel like a good school to go to. I feel like y'all are just way too strict. I feel like y'all don't listen to none of these students. I'm like, what kind of why you couldn't more fix it? Like, oh yeah, y'all can go outside if y'all don't say nothing. I'm like, what kind of protest is that? This man, we already seen last year. We're not even just talking about this incident. Let's talk about last year incidents when people were setting up Will and they didn't even go through the tapes. Come on now. I'm not talking about just this season. This school overall just seemed like it's not a good place for black people. You know what I'm saying? The black dude gets set up by the white, by other people. And nobody looks at the video. And then as soon as they look at the video, they destroy the video and pretend like nothing happened. Come on now. So, this school is very oppish. It don't seem like it's good for Will, Carlton, anybody. You got the black sellout teacher talking about, I wouldn't do this if I get my job. I'm like, okay, everybody just here to sell out, try to be the best, and try to get these Harvard degrees and turn on each other. The coach at the beginning of the episode didn't care about it as long as they started winning. Ty was like, oh, you didn't pass the ball. He's like, don't worry about that. You stuck on the pass. We about to go to the playoffs. Did you understand about that? One day in my life, Tyler, maybe you'll pass the ball in the game when coach put the hand on the shoulder. Hey, listen, don't worry about that. We about to go. We got one game to go to the playoffs. Don't focus on the pass no more. Let's go. All right, Will.
The sacrifice, boy.
Hey, Monte, he sold out, Monte. Hey, Doc told him. What Doc tell him, Monte? Doc said, if you winning, nobody got nothing to say.
Exactly.
And coach and the coach was like, hey, don't worry about the past, my boy Ty. That's in the past. Will, good job. Next game, we out here. I think that might be a problem with his teammates over the coach. I think the coach might come to a realization too that maybe I should do what I do. You don't know why he wanted to pass the ball to the one dude, and everybody went like, "Why come I can't get the ball?" But who you talking about? Your ass or the teacher? You need Joe. You talking about the teacher? But Monte, what's your what you think about the school and all the issues that I did related to black people in this school, bro?
I mean, they finna show that this school is corrupted. They just finna show that the school's objectives don't line up with nobody else's but the schools. They just finna show, and it's a lot of places that end up being that way. They just finna show this school is one of them, and it is what it is on that one. Like the school finna be ugly. It's finna be uglier because this is finna spiral into my third point. The ramifications of what took place is finna to be ugly on everybody involved. Because you need to understand something. So first and foremost, it looks like like now this thing about it, the protest did not go the way it was supposed to naturally for nobody involved. It didn't go the right way for nobody. So how the protest looks on paper. Now I don't know if they're gonna go this route, but the protest looks on paper that Will took it upon himself to go further than anybody else
He
wanted,
did.
including the school. So therefore, the school can obviously they got embarrassed.
Mate, the principal saw him running.
Yes,
He set it up.
they can look at them trending. The school is trending and all the other kind of stuff. But the school can also look at this like, well, the students were necessarily following the orders. They were going back in and everything until Will decided to start this protest thing. So what we can do is make Will an example and ban him from the premises and, like they said, from the extracurricular activities, which will also take him out of the game that they need to win in order to make the state playoffs. So therefore, this could have horrible ramifications for Will, and Will only can be
A good
upset. Like,
scapegoat.
well, I did this for your cause, Carlton. And Carlton, like, I didn't tell you to take my moment. So this might also have ramifications for Will because it could make him lose a lot of stuff that he wants in the same fashion.
And
Now,
push him to dot. And push him to dot more.
so that's one thing. And then on Carlton's end, Carlton basically got embarrassed, quote unquote, not because nobody really understands his anxiety issues other than his family. Nobody's really gonna understand it. So Jasmine, she's not gonna understand. She's just gonna think that you froze up in the moment, unless by some miracle she sits down with Carlton and actually has a conversation with him. I don't know if you're gonna be able to get that kind of blessing, but
I
God,
blame Hillary for that.
he can get that kind of blessing to actually have a one-on-one and let him know, like, I got anxiety issues or whatever. But so one, he gonna have anxiety over what happened. He gonna have anxiety over walking through the school now because now he was modeled up to be the leader of the black people of the school, and now he's gonna be looked at as a joke who froze up at the worst possible time, and Will stood up. So now he gonna be ostracized by everybody because now his old crew ain't gonna mess with him. The black crew ain't gonna really want to mess with him because he showed up at the moment. Now Drew, who gave him problems the first time around, is even telling like, bro, record this and all this kind of stuff. Like, take the picture. And he's like, oh, my phone messed up. He's like, man, forget you, man. I'll do it. So now Drew got a problem, which is a legitimate issue. He's like, now Drew got a problem with him, which to anybody that's watched the preview, or if you go to Bel-Air, on Peacock, and hover over the show, where I click on the show, but you hover over it and you don't start it or you don't pick nothing, it'll actually show you a preview of like another season preview, basically, that has some different scenes than what we saw on the original season 1 episode, where it actually has Carlton boxing, and possibly with Drew. And you see that this might be the start of how this ended up being that sort of thing, because Carlton is most likely going to end up snapping at some point this season. So, and also, there was a couple of scenes where, they sort of pushed some of that white powder to him as well. So this is also the start of what could lead Carlton to go down another spiral path, because now he's going to have anxiety over what he didn't do, anxiety over what he did, anxiety over who saw it, and anxiety walking through the school, because now it's like, well, the one dude that was on my side, I feel like he taking my shine, and I ain't got nobody else I can just go with. So now I'm all in my own head, just going through school. So now Carlton losing everything that he worked for. Will might lose everything he working for.
And they might go down bad paths. Will might go more to Doc.
So now,
but Will got to come back too. Will got to
they
come back too.
But not both of them might lose everything they worked for. Will starting a new life, getting stuff on track. Girlfriend Lisa losing everything. Carlton finding himself, getting respect from the Black American people, trying to find his way into his own new school and everything, trying to get off the anxiety stuff and manage, might lose everything. It might get rough. It really might get rough. I don't know how this is going to affect Ashley. We already talked about Hillary's humbling. And I don't know what your third point is going to be, but I'll leave the questionable relationship, because the reason I said just trust me, because it ain't just them. You also got your boy Jeffrey and Uncle Phil.
That was my third one.
I'm going to leave that third point to you. That's why we go ahead and hit that, because, boy.
Yeah. We got the Jeffrey. But I do want to say, I do think that Will's come up is going to be, because his theme seemed to be selfishness. I'm going to be more selfish. I'm going to be more West Philly. I'm going to be about me. And the whole thing was like, Will, you're not patting the ball. You're being selfish. Will, you're taking the moment. You're being selfish. Will, you going to this man on your own because you like, I want to do it myself. You being selfish. I think him realizing that Carlton go down a bad road might take him back to like I when I wasn't selfish, I helped my cousin. And I was bringing everybody together, but now I might be breaking them apart. So it might
I
have that
don't know
story.
how long it's gonna take though, because it's just the start. I don't
Yeah,
even know how long it's gonna take for him to see that. He's like,
yeah.
man, Uncle Phil told me to watch for my cousin. Boy,
And then I think they might even hurt Uncle Phil in his relationship. Like, Will, I asked you plain as day to make sure if anything, even the smallest thing is weird, to let us know. So we'll see next episode if you let them know, but we'll see. And the last thing is the mystery of the episode. The one thing that I'm probably the nosiest about, Jeffrey was going through his computer, putting in his password, because we found out Jeffrey know his password. And he went in there and typed in the password. His access was denied. So the last thing is, what is Uncle
well,
Phil?
actually, I don't know if he knew the password or if he was just guessing it. I don't
Oh,
actually.
I think he knew the initial password to get in. Didn't they have initial password to get in? Or was I just confused?
That I don't know. I just assumed that he didn't know it and he was trying to
Oh,
figure it out. I actually don't know if he knew it or not. That's
oh,
my. But either
okay.
way, Uncle Phil did immediately go back and look at his computer. So he's like, they suspicious of. I don't know. Like it's a mystery what Jeffrey was really trying to look up.
And he played it off smooth too.
He
Oh,
did.
Phil. Oh, Phil. I didn't thought you was coming in early. Like I got off work early.
I was just trying to catch up on a few things, man.
You know, I was trying to get him a
So
few
with it,
things.
man. Yeah.
And then he asked me to look into Doc, right? Yeah, James. That's Doc, right? He said I need you to look into him. You know what
He
you're
said
doing.
to look into. Yeah, he did say to look in the doc. He's like, man, I ain't. But he also said something else. He told him,
James Hughes. Is that
yeah,
ain't that
look
Doc
up
name?
my partner at my firm, man, because he like something don't seem right, bro.
Oh yeah.
Need you looking at it. It's like something don't seem right. He's like, I got you, man. I got you.
His partner was completely acting weird. So
He's
it,
like, man, none of us
he,
expect you to come back at all, bro.
it was more in this episode. Uncle Phil was like, "Okay, I done got used to you being here. It's not as awkward no more. Water on the bridge. We good now. What's up, my guy?" He did check that computer, meaning he ain't fully trust him yet.
Just trust me, bro. I got y'all. Just trust me. I ain't looking in your computer. Just trust me, bro.
He
I'm
exited
I'm
out
just
quick.
looking up. I'm trying to get to Google, bro. Just trust me, bro. Like I got you, man. Like I got your back if if we go into this protest, bro. I got your back. Just trust me, bro. Just trust me. I'm gonna delegate between the head of the school and me and you, and we're gonna get something going. Just trust me. I got the speech ready. I'm gonna do the speech. Just trust me. I'm gonna hang your sign up right there so everybody can see it. Just trust me, bro. Like I'm gonna tell Simply Orange that we ain't gonna worry about the deal. Just trust me, bro. Like everybody, just like trust me, and can't nobody be trusted right now. That's the craziest. That's why I said just everybody's like, I got it, bro. Just trust me, and ain't nobody showing anything trustworthy.
I got a quick. I'm wondering about Ashley Art. I'm wondering is Ashley gonna start feeling guilty if Carlton and Will start getting in more trouble? Because it's basically because we saw in this episode it was hinted that she was like, "This is mine, and I don't want y'all to have problems." Remember when they was at the party and she came in and they been like, "Oh, it's all our problem. We gonna do this together." And she was like, "I don't want y'all to have no problems. I know. I feel like this is my fault if something bad happens on me." And they were like, "No, it's good." And then he keep encouraging Will to put the sign in front of the thing. And if Will get in trouble, I asked Herman Carlton. Now Carlton is,
Ashley just looked at him. She was like, "What if it don't work out? Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like what if nothing happens? What if all bad things happen? And Aunt Viv and Uncle Phil even said it. What if it don't work out? And everybody looked around like Ashley gonna feel like Will in trouble. He's like in trouble with the faculty. Carlton having stress in school, all because I wanted misused back. Because I'm the one that pushed it initially.
I mean, the only thing I can say is
That would
it,
actually be an interesting story for the young girl to go through.
it was a hard thing in general because Uncle Phil didn't come out and say it because he could have just came out and said, "Look, Miss Hughes, really, we fighting a losing battle because Miss Hughes really overstepped her bounds multiple times because she didn't agree with it, even though that's not the right way to go about it. She didn't agree with it, but she overstepped her bounds and her firing might have just been legitimate, and it's like, look,
Through the
if
school rule, even they say they didn't agree with it, but through school
they might
rules,
not
it's
agree with
legitimate.
it, but if it's legitimate,
Yeah, we all know
no,
it's that white woman. She wanted her out. They even hinted at it, and I wonder how she gonna come in.
this is gonna be ugly, bro.
That parent teacher thing gonna be wild. You know they gotta have a parent teacher next conference about all the black students doing.
Well, like I said, the ramifications of what just happened is gonna be ugly the whole way. Just the president
We're
was
gonna get
in the
all
front
of it
yard.
though.
I mean, not the president, the head of the school was sitting right there in the front yard. Sat there watching it. They all trending. They all showing it's Bel-Air. And not to mention, because you got to realize this
We're
gonna
gonna
reach
eat this.
this gonna reach the family. Because you got to realize Will is under the guardianship of Uncle Phil and everybody. And Uncle Phil already getting looked at by Doc. Now he finna be front and center. This finna get ugly. Oh boy, oh boy, oh
Oh,
boy.
if Doc find out Will got in trouble in Philly, he gonna use that against Uncle Phil.
Oh yeah, he already started asking me like, "Well, Phil, why you leave Philly to come over here, man? You get in trouble or something?" Like, nah, man, I ain't do nothing like that. So then it get ugly.
And
Now
Jackie,
we're starting to see the gears turn for some of this stuff getting ugly. Cause now I'm expecting messiness from episodes 4 through 7. I'm expecting nothing but messiness. I'm expecting messiness. I'm expecting trouble, and I'm expecting some humblance. Episode 4 through 7. I'm expecting it. I'm expecting it. Just letting you know.
it was a good episode. I enjoyed it. Like and subscribe. You see that right there? That's a tip thing. Y'all can go tip if y'all want to. I approve of it. And we can get that merch. You know, that's the merch one right there. If y'all want to do that throughout the whole episode, it was
Buy the
tip. Now it's the merch.
merch.
Yeah, buy the merch. I'm joined here with Monray. Monray, where can they find you at?
Of course, you can find your boy Monray Hudson everywhere it says Monray Hudson, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I am all over. Or whether it's Broke Ugly Dudes, the Blur Cartel over on 99 Media. I am here. I am there. I am everywhere. Come hear what I got to say and buy the merch.
Buy the merch. Hey, Uniqo, how you doing today? Where can they find you? UnicoWilliams.com.
You can find your boy Uniqo Williams at UniqoWilliams.com. Do you hear me? I am the man of many names. I am the one who said Jordan is a bench player and Black Panther is mid. Yes, I said it. I am Uniqo Williams. You can find me at everywhere it says Uniqo Williams, especially on the show. Do you hear me? I said what I said.
Every Thursday. You know why? Because he was born on Thursday.
Dang, Uniqo, you gotta do him like that, man. Yeah, I guess he's something.
I was born on Thursday too. Monday, what day you were born?
I don't know, honestly.
I was born on Thursday. Joe was born on Thursday.
All I know, we're going up on a Wednesday.
And it's a Thursday, so shout out to y'all. We appreciate y'all. And if y'all don't know who we are, y'all soon will. But until then, it's